Hello and welcome back fellow keyboard warriors. In this video, I will show you how to send data from your backend aka Express to your frontend aka React. If you are interested in sending the data the other way around, I already made a video on that. I assume that you know the basics of JavaScript and React. Let's start with the initial setup. I created two folders, client, the React app, and server, the backend JavaScript. First, inside the client folder, delete app.css. In index.css, set the background color to #111 and font color to white so that your programmer eyes don't get flashbanged every time you open your website. Open app.jsx, erase everything and leave just these skeleton lines. Now over to the server folder, create a JS file, name it anything you want. I would prefer a professional name like daddy.js. Write this command in your terminal to initialize npm, install Express and course packages. Express creates our backend server and course makes sure our frontend can talk to it without any security bluffs. In daddy.js, require Express and call it. Just to check the working of backend, create a /route using app.get and send sugar as a response. Start the server using app.listen on port 3000 and console log a statement which tells you that the server started. Now, actually start the server using Node. Visit this URL in your website. Boom! This is what you have created till now. If you haven't thrown your laptop yet, let's move to the part for which you clicked on this video. For sending data from React to Express, we need some data. So create an object of your favorite YouTubers. You need to have a route dedicated to the transfer of data. I created a /API route with method post through which I sent the YouTubers object. In app.jsx, create a variable using useState and set the initial state to an empty array. Create an async function and use the fetch API as shown. Firstly, the fetch request fetches the URL mentioned. I made the /API route using the post method and headers specify the type of data we are expecting from the fetch request. Afterwards, store the JSON of the response we got in data. Finally, set the useState to data.name where name is the key, so its corresponding value will be stored, which is the array that we created. Now that the function is created, we need some way to call it continuously, for which we are using useEffect and setting dependency to an empty array, so the function gets called upon the website's initial load. We will map through the elements of yt variable and display it in an unordered list. Using terminal, go to the server folder and start the server using nodemon so that you don't have to restart the server every time you make changes. Also go to the client folder and start its server too. Type this link in your browser to view the React app. If you followed along correctly till now, you will get a course error. Now think back, we installed course but haven't used it. Now is a great time. Go to daddy.js, require course and use it. Now refresh your React app. If everything works, you should see your favorite YouTubers listed. If everything doesn't work, here is the folder structure, codes of index.css, app.jsx and daddy.js. One last thing that I forgot to say is flashbang.